Hello everyone, I am Sergeant Salazar. I'm your Education Incentive Services Officer, and I'm here to give you a quick brief on your education benefits. In the current situation that we find ourselves, I believe that this is a good time for everyone to utilize going back to school, whether that be a traditional degree that you're pursuing, or if you're looking to get some type of technical training or certification. A lot of the schools right now are offering online options, so that could be a good fit for our current situation. So the first program I want to talk to you about is our state tuition reimbursement. Now this is the new program that we got funded last July. We got funded $1 million, and it's open to both the Air and Army National Guard. The state tuition reimbursement works just like it sounds. It's a reimbursement program. So you do have to request funding at the beginning of your class. So you'll complete the application and you have 15 days from the close of that course registration to get us your application. And then you just have to maintain eligibility throughout the course. That's either a passing grade or you get an average academic grade of C or better. And you have to pay out of pocket. Whether that be through scholarships, if you use the FAFSA student loans or federal grants, or if you use the program in conjunction with any of your other benefits. We just have to see that there's a zero balance and that the course was actually paid in full. So what do you get with this program? Well, besides getting reimbursed for any out-of-pocket costs, it'll cover up to $4,000 per state fiscal year, so that's July 1 to June 30th, up to $250 per credit hour. So that could go a long way when you use it in conjunction with some of the other benefits that we'll talk about. So once you submit your application to our office, we'll send you an email, let you know if there's anything missing. If you're good to go, then you just have to complete your course. Then at the end of your course, you'll have 25 days to send us your unofficial transcript. So we need to see that you did actually pass the course or get a C or better. And we'll also request that zero balance receipt. Now on this receipt, this is where it gets a little tricky because each school is different. So I need to see the itemized payments. So if you're receiving any outside benefits through GI Bill or federal tuition assistance, I have to see that broken down because we will not reimburse what the GI Bill pays or your federal tuition assistance pays, but any extra cost that's not covered by those two programs, we can reimburse for you. Or if you use any scholarships to pay for your courses, we can definitely get that reimbursed. Federal grants again, or student loans that you may take. Or if you just simply pay with a credit card, we can reimburse that, okay? So once we receive everything, your packet does have to be reviewed by the STR board. Now they meet once a quarter. They are prioritizing all the packets. Right now, since the funding is available, as long as you do your part to maintain eligibility, then you'll get your reimbursement. So once the board reviews your packet and they say, yes, it's good to go, then I will collect everything and submit your packet to DEMA for reimbursement. Now DEMA can take up to 45 days to reimburse. Part of the application packet is we have you fill out a W-9 form, which is the taxpayer identification form, and the ACH, which is the electronic funds transfer form. So we will reimburse you electronically, so you'll see it on an LES. Okay, so if you have more questions about the state tuition reimbursement, this is where you'll go to apply. This is dema.az.gov/education-services. So if you go onto the DEMA site, you will be able to find the application. There's 3 parts to the application. So the first page is the actual application where you list your demographic information and then the course information that you're requesting to get reimbursed for. Again, the W-9 form and then the ACH form. Those are the 3 documents part of the application form. When you're submitting your application to our office, you'll also need to provide either a screenshot or some type of document showing what the close of registration is for that course. So each school is going to be different. So if you're on an online course, they may have a different policy. So we just need to see what the school sets as the close of registration. As long as we receive your application within 15 days of the close of registration, then we can proceed with approving your request. Okay? So the next program I want to talk to you about is Go Army Ed. So this everybody should be familiar with. It's federal tuition assistance. This is where you can go on and request up to $4,000 per fiscal year. So this is October 1 through September 30th. And it'll also pay up to $250 per credit hour. Now this program is more for degree seeking programs. So if you're looking at getting an associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree, you can use FTA to fund your courses. So I recommend that you go on to Go Army Ed. So it's www.goarmyed.com. Everyone in the Guard has an account. You just have to activate it. So if you go on, activate your account, you'll fill out a brief survey called the VS survey. This is where you're going to list your degree seeking program, the homeschool that you're going to be attending, and some more demographic information about you. Now, I recommend that when you're putting in your information, put the email that you check regularly. So it doesn't have to be a military email. If you check your civilian email, put that, because this is how the Go Army Ed representatives and our FTA manager, Brittany Smith, will correspond with you. They will not call you directly. They will send everything through email on what your next step is or if there's missing documentation. This is a good program because if you use it in conjunction with your state tuition reimbursement, you could get up to $8,000 to pay for any degree seeking program, trade schools, credentialing that you're looking to receive. Okay, so another program that just rolled out to our state 1 December is credentialing assistance, and this is also governed through Go Army Ed, and we're really excited about this program because now individuals that are looking more towards trade school or certification, they have an outlet to use federal money. So through credentialing assistance, you can get up to $4,000 as well. The application process is manual at this time, so we're requesting that you submit your application 30 days minimum prior to the start date of your course that you're taking. So if you look, this is the website that you'll go, www.cool.osd.mil/army. So on this website, there are over 1,500 credentials and certifications that you can look to see if the credential that you're wanting to get is on there. Now, if it's on there, then we can pay for the credential or certification. So there's over 1,500. You'll just have to search and see which one applies to you or the one that you're seeking. The good thing about credentialing assistance is they got rid of the pathways and the tiers. So now if you're an active drilling member, you can utilize this benefit. You can also use it in conjunction of the state tuition reimbursement. So if your certification or credential is over $4,000, you can use STR to pay, cover that remaining out-of-pocket costs that you had. Now, with credentialing assistance, we want to stress that if you pay anything out of pocket first, you will not get reimbursed. So do not pay out of pocket. If you have a tight deadline, credentialing assistance may not be the best option. So there is no timeline saying that you can't, request credentialing assistance 60 days, 90 days before your course starts. So the better, the more time you can give yourself, the better. So that's credentialing assistance. The next thing I want to talk to you about is GI Bill benefits. So there's several different GI Bills out there, and depending on what your previous military status have been and what you came into the Guard with, you may be eligible for multiple GI Bill benefits. The most common one that we see associated with the Guard is the Chapter 1606. if you came into the Guard and signed a 6-year contract, you're eligible for the Chapter 1606. That is the basic GI Bill, and what it pays out monthly is $392 directly to you if you're going to school full-time. If you're going less than full-time, then it's a prorated amount, okay? So you can get up to 36 months of this benefit. And with all of the GI Bills, it doesn't just have to go towards the traditional degree-seeking programs. You can use GI Bill benefits towards trade schools, certifications, licensings, and exams, okay? So again, you can get up to 36 months of any one GI Bill. For the Chapter 1606, you can get up to $392 if you're considered full-time status. And the school determines what your full-time status is, okay? You do have to complete the application through the VA. So with all of our GI Bill benefits, you have to complete an application through the VA. They're going to assess eligibility to ensure that you are eligible for whatever GI Bill you're seeking. So for all of your GI Bill benefits, you'll complete the application at www.vets.gov, okay? It's a quick 5 to 7 minute application, and once you submit it, the VA is going to assess all of your qualifying time, and then they'll send you a certificate of eligibility and let you know what GI Bill benefits you're eligible to receive. Now, if you've had any deployments or you were previously active duty or your AGR, and now if you have served on the border mission after February 15th of 2019, that time is counting towards the post 9/11 GI Bill. Now this is the best GI Bill because depending on what percentage tier you fall into, you could get up to 100% of tuition and fees paid for. BAH rate is E5 with dependent pay. So it's based off of the school zip code. So we use ASU, and that's about $1,800 a month right now. So depending on what your percentage tier is, they look at how many deployments you've had, AGR time or active duty time, and now the border mission time. What you're trying to get is 36 months of accumulative active duty time. Okay. Once you hit that 36-month mark, now you're eligible for 100%. Now, if you're not quite there and you have less time than that, you could qualify for 80, 70, 60, 50, and 40%. If you've only served 90 days on active duty orders, you'll fall at the 40% mark. Okay, so you can reach out to our office and we can provide more information for you. But your best bet is to apply through the VA because they're the only authorized official to tell you what your eligibility benefits are. Okay. Once you submit the application, it usually takes about 2 to 4 weeks, depending on if you've previously been in the system or if this is your first time, to get that certificate of eligibility. Okay. Once you receive that certificate of eligibility, you can provide that to the school. So most schools have a military liaison or a military affiliated office that you can go in and talk to them or now email them your certificate of eligibility and let them know you want to start using your GI Bill benefits. Okay? Again, with GI Bill benefits, you can use state tuition reimbursement. We won't reimburse for any of the amount covered by GI Bill, but if you're not quite at that 100%, or if you're using your Chapter 1606 and there's remaining balance due to towards any of the courses you're requesting, STR can pay for that. Okay. The other common GI Bill benefit that we see coming through our office is the Transfer of Eligibility Benefit or Education Benefit, TEB. So if you're eligible for the Chapter 33, which is the post 9/11 GI Bill, this is the only transferable GI Bill to dependents. So they do have to be DEERS eligible dependents, children, spouses. As long as they're listed in DEERS, you can transfer the benefit to them. So again, the Chapter 33 post 9/11 is the only transferable GI Bill benefit to dependents. You can transfer up to 36 months to your dependents. So if you have multiple dependents, we always recommend allocating at least 1 month to each dependent. And that way, even if you get out of service, you can still go back into Meal Connect and reallocate months as needed. So Meal Connect is where you're going to go to complete this transfer. There is a tab link on the Meal Connect site. I believe it's on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Go on to that website, click on the tab link. It'll take you to your specific application where it'll list your DEERS eligible dependents. You can select how many months you want to allocate to them and then answer some questions and submit your application request. It'll go through to the GI Bill support team staff. They're going to review everything for eligibility and make sure that you are able to actually transfer the benefit to your dependents. And then you should get an approval memo. I recommend going back into Meal Connect and keeping that approval memo for your records because it is your only proof showing that you did complete the transfer. Why this is important? Because you have to have 4 years remaining on a service obligation to be eligible to transfer the benefit. Okay, so if I wanted to transfer today to my dependents, I would have to have 4 years or agree to serve for 4 years for the benefit to be approved. Now, if you're an officer, you transfer the benefit, you just have to stay in 4 years. If you get out any time prior to your obligation end date, it'll void the TEB request, okay? So if you need to extend, I recommend that you extend first and then complete the transfer. You'll only have 70 days from the date you submit your application to get everything approved. If once that 70-day timeline has expired, you will have to submit a new application request, okay? Some good information for the dependents. Once they are looking to start utilizing the benefit, they also have to fill out the application through the vets.gov as the dependent. The VA is going to verify that the dependent is still eligible to receive that benefit. So for children, the biggest thing is they have to start utilizing at least 1 month of the benefit prior to their 23rd birthday. So if they use 1 month, then they have up to age 26 to complete utilizing the benefit, okay? It does say that they have to have a high school diploma or GED. They don't have to be 18, they just have to have one of those 2 requirements completed. And at the time when they're completing the application, they'll need to know and be enrolled in the school, and they'll need to have bank account information handy, okay? I know this is a lot of information out there, but we just wanted to put something out there to everyone. This is a great time if we're all stuck inside to just start utilizing our education benefits. Take an online class, you know, don't overwhelm yourself if this is the first time going back to school. Take one class, start somewhere. You know, look at a trade, look into getting some type of credential that could help you in your civilian career or a certification. But definitely don't let your education benefits be wasted. You can definitely reach out to me or any of my staff. We're here to help you. And because we're not in the office, our office is not open, we are teleworking. You cannot call us directly, but I'm going to provide our general email. So you can email us with your questions. So that's ng.az.list.g1-education@mil.mil. Okay, so if you send us an email, someone from my office will reply, whether it's me, our FTA manager, Brittany Smith, our GI Bill manager, Heidi Van Camp, Brenda McGinty's our incentive manager, and then we have Sergeant Turner, Staff Sergeant Morgan, and Sergeant Lefko who help with incentives. If you have any questions at all, want more information and specific information on any of your GI Bill benefits or FTA benefits, your state tuition reimbursement benefits, please reach out to us. We're here to help you, and I wish everyone safety and good health. Thank you.